Hey guys, and welcome to the RV Trash Talk podcast, where we dish on all things RV, full-time traveling, and RV maintenance. I'm Danny, one of the co-hosts of this crazy experiment. My wife Melissa and I, along with our great friends Rob and Trish and Jim and Amy, thought up this crazy idea sitting around a campfire drinking whiskey in Athens, Texas.
All right, guys, welcome to episode number 3. What is everybody drinking? Well, unfortunately, start with Danny.
I'm drinking Irish whiskey.
Irish whiskey.
Irish whiskey.
Drink of choice.
And because we bought a Brinkley, I'm still drinking boxed wine. All right.
I'll one up your boxed wine with Costco wine.
Oh,
Let's go.
Wow. You have
But it wasn't a bottle.
It is a bottle.
It wasn't a bottle, and you did have to use.
You had to screw the top on.
corkscrew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a cork.
you're so fancy.
but it was like only $6, so you could you could afford Costco wine.
That's it, supposedly.
And I have Evan Williams, bottled and bond.
Oh my goodness.
Nice.
Okay.
Ooh,
Excuse
highfalutin.
Excuse me.
I'm drinking vodka and seltzer.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Just
That was his dinner, too.
Vodka and Bay.
Yay.
Uh-huh.
Jim
Cheers.
said that was
Cheers.
his dinner too.
Cheers,
Cheers.
everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's
right.
low calorie, low sugar.
So I guess let's give an update on what everybody's kind of been up to. Living like nomads. What have you guys been doing? I know you guys have been kind of wandering around to visit all of the kids. So what's been going on?
You know, it's funny you say that. We are with the other day we were talking like we literally have spent the entire summer with our kids, which has been awesome.
It's been cool. It's been really
Yeah.
cool.
But yeah, so we spent some time in Oregon. We were camp hosts at one of the Oregon state parks, and we have a daughter who lives in Bend, Oregon, so we were there. Our oldest daughter then met up with us, and we kind of overlapped a week in Oregon, and then we headed to the Oregon coast. We did Tillamook and all the cool places.
Yeah, Tillamook. So if anybody doesn't know what Tillamook is, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is the best cheese,
Agreed.
the best cream,
The best ice cream. Melissa, I'm telling you, you would like it better than your Blue Bunny.
Your Blue Bunny.
Yeah,
It's just a
I know.
shame.
Better than Blue Bunny.
I'm so partial to it. Yeah,
No,
I
I'm telling
agree.
you,
You gotta have
try
some
it. It's
Tillamook.
So much
It's good.
creamier.
Yeah.
And then from there, we headed to Washington, which is a state that we've driven through many times, but
Yep.
never really spent
We
time.
finally got to put the sticker on.
Yep. So we've got
Nice.
pictures to
Yes.
put on.
Yay.
Well, actually, we had stayed there before, but now we get to add national parks. So we did Mount Rainier, we did Olympic, and then we did
Nice.
North Cascades. But I got to tell you,
Oh,
in my opinion, Olympic National Park, I think it's one of the best.
It's one of the
national
best parks.
It
Oh,
is
totally
nice.
agree.
Dog friendly. It's so dog friendly.
compared
there's
to
so
most.
much-
Yeah.
It's so
most national
diverse
parks.
too.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
We could
It
have
is
stayed
crazy.
there. And what was cool, where we stayed, we were right on the water. And I mean, Canada's right there, obviously. You could see Victoria. But the cool part was there were people who were staying there who would come with their boats and they'd go out crabbing every day. So
Yep.
Rob actually had a job that he got paid with
I
crab.
got paid with crab.
Nice.
Nice.
It was
Nice.
fantastic.
Oh, boy.
Were they Dungeness?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and
Oh,
nice.
those are the
so
best.
But no, we were really close to Dungeness Bay, and so we that's where everybody was out crabbing and everything.
Yep.
But gosh, what a beautiful, beautiful park!
Yeah.
And then even North Cascades was a gorgeous park. And so our daughter and her boyfriend, they were with us for 3 weeks, and we did all of that. Had a wonderful
boy.
time, and obviously now we've moved on to see our youngest
daughter number 3. They
Yeah.
have 3 daughters. Payback for misspent youth. All good. Yeah.
So those are the main things we've been doing. I've had a blast at all of them, but for sure, if you've not ever gone to the parks in Washington,
Oh yeah.
definitely need to. They're
Probably
some of the most
best.
beautiful things. And the water at these lakes and stuff, you don't need to go to Banff in
Oh my
Canada. I'm
God.
just
It's
telling you,
blue as
just
blue
as
can be.
beautiful in Washington.
It's amazing.
So
Absolutely
what's the
crazy.
best? What's the best? It was in a national park. You said is it one of the best.
Yeah.
I
Olympic
Olympic
was
is probably one of
so
my
cool.
favorites out of all the ones we've gone. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of really awesome ones. Some are a little underwhelming, but many are really awesome. But I really felt like Olympic was extremely diverse and there was so much to do. Like we could have spent a week there easily.
What's the recommendation of the place you guys stayed?
Where did we stay?
I'm just trying to think where we stayed. Hold on. I don't remember the name.
Oh, it was no.
What was the name? Anyway, it was right across the street.
John Wayne. John Wayne.
John Wayne.
John Wayne. Yeah, John Wayne's on.
Nice.
Yes, John Wayne's on.
We loved it. It was great.
Yeah, it was good.
We were right across the street from the water. There was nice places to walk. We could go across the street and paddleboard. We didn't, but we could have. And it was just a really it was a good area to get to every place we wanted to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
nice.
Highly recommend.
We lived about an hour from John Wayne Marina.
Really? Oh,
okay.
dang.
Yep.
That's an awesome area.
Did
we
you
had
come up
we had so
on
much fun.
Highway 3?
I have no idea. I'll be honest.
I don't know.
Funny thing is that you go into so many places you go into. Oh, do you Highway 3 to Highway 18 and up there? I'm like,
I don't remember.
Google Maps on that, so I'm going to follow that.
Yeah.
I will say
I don't know where I went.
we had a few.
Or did you come across on the ferry?
No, no.
But that's an almost story. That's an almost boy story. But yeah.
Oh no.
We can circle back to that.
You probably went through Bremerton where the Navy ships are at. You remember seeing those along the water on the way up? Okay, that's fine.
Those
there's a lot to see up there.
Yeah, so we actually we went to Olympic from Mount Rainier. We came from Mount Rainier over to Olympic.
So you went through Bremerton. You went through where we used to live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We were listening to an audiobook.
Yeah.
But then from there, we went up to North Cascades. But just beautiful, beautiful state.
Nice.
We spent a couple weeks there. Easily could have spent more time there.
For sure. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
Jim and Amy, what's the story with you guys?
Let's see. After we left my parents in New York, we went and we went to Pennsylvania for about a week or so to an Army Corps of Engineer. Then we went up to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
We were Oopers.
That's like the hand,
beautiful.
like hand.
That looked beautiful, by the way.
The hand, I don't know, the UP they call it. We were Oopers.
Yeah, like
went
way
across
up here.
the Mackinac Bridge. Yeah,
cool.
We went over to Mackinac Island for the day. That was really fun.
Nice.
Okay, dive
land
into
of
that.
Horses and bikes.
Dive into that. We hear so many people go to the UP. So what was cool about that?
Okay, so it was really cool. I mean, it's beautiful. The Upper Peninsula is surrounded by 3 of the Great Lakes. You got Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, and Lake Superior. Just absolutely, just beautiful.
Oh, so UP is Upper Peninsula. Got it.
Oh, Rob, you're so pretty.
You're so pretty.
I'm like UP. I'm like,
You're pretty
I was like, it connected. I got it. I'm good. Sorry. Totally interrupt. I'm sorry.
Oh, Rob.
Gosh.
So we did a day trip over to Mackinac Island. So you can only get there by ferry, boat, or airplane, little tiny airplanes.
So how'd you get there?
We went by ferry. So there's 2 ferry companies that run right out of, we were at St. Ignace and then Mackinac City, which is on the other side of the bridge.
It's on the mainland.
The mainland. We were over on the Upper Peninsula. So we took the ferry over because there's no cars allowed over there. So either you walk, you bike, or you take horse-drawn carriages over in Mackinac Island.
Yep.
Sounds like Kiowa Island.
Yeah.
Sounds like Kiowa.
So it was pretty cool.
Awesome.
Mean, it's beautiful over there. Flowers are great. Tons of people.
Yeah, I love it.
Nice people.
It was hot
that day,
It was hot and cold.
Yeah.
We had a storm in the afternoon.
Rained a little bit. Very famous for fudge. We're not fudge people, so we didn't get any, but a lot of fudge. We went to the Pink Pony
for lunch.
That was super awesome.
Yeah, you did.
What was at the Pink Pony?
Yeah, we did.
It's the Pink Pony.
The Pink Pony.
There's restaurants there.
They do have the Grand Hotel, so you can see it from the ferry as it's coming in. We didn't go up to it, but friends of ours had just did it after we were there. And just to get into the Grand Hotel, to go tour it, see it.
To walk into the lobby cost you money.
You have to pay $12 per person. to go just into the hotel to see it.
Yeah, I don't need to see that. The lobby.
They ordered drinks. She had gotten a Bloody Mary. It was like $30 for a Bloody Mary?
So stupid.
That sounds like in Banff.
Yeah.
In Banff,
And I mean, it didn't even look like it. I mean, she said it was okay, but it wasn't like anything
It's
fancy.
got like a lobster tail on it for $30.
And you have to be dressed appropriately. There's a dress code. So, like, we all couldn't go in wearing what we're wearing now. Jim would not be. You wouldn't be allowed to go.
Trish and Melissa could probably go. You might be able to go.
The riffraff.
Yeah, stays out.
Drop us off at the bar. Pick us up later down the street.
That sounds like Banff. When we were there last summer, we stopped at some of the hotels and to get an old fashioned, it was like $25 or $35.
Yeah.
Depending on
so we didn't do
ridiculous. That. Yeah, exactly.
And then we also did the Pictured Rock tours out of Munising, Michigan. So that's on the Lake Superior side of Upper Peninsula. Jim's daughter, Cassie, and her husband, Bill, came over and met us and did the cruise with us. So that was a lot of fun.
It was way fun.
And then after that, we went down to Wisconsin to see Cassie and Bill. We spent a week with them. And then we went and saw James, who was Jim's son, in Indiana for a week.
Nice.
And we also got to meet up with an old shipmate of mine.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's been a good summer.
Yeah.
So Mackinac Island, would you recommend people?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I would go back for sure.
We're planning. We're already planning on going back.
We didn't rent bikes. I wish we did now. We walked and we went and saw the cool art.
Don't you guys have e-bikes?
Well, e-bikes aren't allowed up there.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was. We got some insider stuff to talk about with it. You know, if you start talking about going up there, get a hold of us and we'll.
It was expensive though, so.
Yeah.
Well, not what we did. I thought we did.
We did.
We only went for the day. I mean, we took the ferry over and went back, but
had lunch.
Had some ice cream.
That's
the
cool.
ice cream was good.
Ice cream was good. It wasn't Tillamook good, but it was good.
We had really good ice cream. We had some really good
ice cream in Washington. And phenomenal. 100%.
But there is a guy, and maybe a girl too. I didn't see any girls, but there are people that their job is to just go around and scoop up the horse shit that's laying all around the streets of Mackinac Island.
Hey, you know what? Hey, somebody has to scoop the horse shit.
Somebody has to.
That show. Do you remember that show? Who was the guy who did that show? Dirty Jobs with Mike, whoever.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Lowe.
Mike Lowe.
Yeah.
Mike Lowe.
Oh, yeah. Dirty
Jobs. Then after seeing my son, we were starting to mosey our way down to Florida. We spent a couple weeks in Kentucky and did some bourbon-trailing, and
which is so cool.
Which was amazing. And I mean, we only went to what, 4?
We did 4.
4. So we just
only one day.
But, no.
Yeah.
Over 3 days.
Over 3 days.
Okay.
Over 3 days. What was the best one you went to?
You did 4 every 3 days? Just 4, 4, 4?
The best one that I went...
you going to save it, Mo, maybe?
Yeah, I need to save that because that kind of goes into one of the aspects that we wanted to talk about on this episode of one of the things that you didn't have high expectations of.
Okay.
But kind of exceeded expectations. So I'm going to hold on to that.
For sure.
I'm going to hold on to that one.
Well,
we'll circle back.
Circle back.
We'll definitely circle back.
But Wisconsin, we had a great time visiting Cassie, Bill, and Cameron. But bugs were terrible. And ticks.
Oh, yeah.
Ticks are everywhere.
Yeah.
That's
crazy. Bugs are crazy. Like, we don't get bugs in Arizona. We don't get bugs.
Yeah.
We're in Montana.
No, Washington either.
Crazy.
Yeah, you walk outside in Montana and you get swarmed by mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No thanks.
All right, Daddy and Melissa.
4 simple lives. 4 simple lives.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been kind of a crazy couple of weeks for us. I think we upgraded our RV, launched our YouTube channel, and we finally
4
Simple Lives.
At
At Four Simple Lives.
For Simple Lives.
Yeah, it's very important. I finally got to see Wisconsin. He has been here a couple of times. He got to go see the Packers play 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
3 times? 2 times?
2 times.
2 times. And we finally got to take the kid. What?
You guys were up in Door County, right?
Yeah.
No, we didn't go to Door County.
No, we were at the campground we were at was considered Door County.
It's like very south of Door County. It's not the actual Door County.
Gotcha. Okay.
We went there to specifically go to Lambeau Field.
Lambeau Field.
Gotcha.
Yeah. We wanted to do the tour and we wanted to see all the things and go to Walmart so we can buy everything.
The once wear shirts.
Yeah, because our kids grow like weeds, and one week they can fit into it, the next week they can't. So we just wanted to, we knew Walmart was going to be a very expensive trip for us. But so we did Wisconsin. I have to say, honestly, Wisconsin is probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. It is just, it's a very, like, all the farm, like, I mean, you can tell that
you
the
found
places
the
in
farms?
Wisconsin. Yes.
See, we were in Upper Wisconsin.
We drove through the center.
Well, we have been through many parts of Wisconsin, and I have to say, I just think it's just a very pretty place to be.
It is actually
beautiful.
I mean, the wintertime, I would never, ever consider being here. But
No way.
summertime,
No way.
it is so beautiful. I mean, just the different, like, farms that you can probably think that people have been there forever. Like, these farms have been here forever. And they are just family farms that have been passed down, and they're just very pretty. It's just very pretty. So pretty.
Yeah, so pretty.
Danny,
Just like
so
Danny.
pretty.
So pretty.
So pretty.
Danny.
How pretty are they?
But
So
Oh,
pretty.
damn.
one thing I did not expect was the humidity here.
That's
Oh,
terrible.
yeah.
My
The
gosh.
Midwest
The
is
humidity.
crazy.
Oh, God.
Humidity.
I don't know that I necessarily miss the humidity. Like, being in Colorado for as long as we were, and then coming back here, I'm like, wow, humidity is like,
It's real.
That is
It's so real.
one thing.
So real.
All 5 of us, our 3 girls and us, we were like, we will never move back anywhere that has a humidity like the East Coast, or Midwest.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. I like it being.
You
like
guys
the
were in
drive.
Washington at the best time. I mean, that's like the
Yeah,
prime weather
it
in
was
Washington.
fine. It was.
Yeah,
it was
we
really
had great
good.
weather.
Nice.
Well, yeah, no,
show.
it never. Well, I can't say never. Occasionally, it would get humid in Washington.
Yeah, but not at 68%.
No.
No. Like
70%.
North Carolina,
No.
it's like 95% most of the time. Like, I'm surprised in Alabama you're not at 90+%.
Oh, it is. It's.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
You open the door and it's like you're walking into an oven.
Yeah,
that's
even if
so
you
bad.
can open the door in the morning when it's pitch black out still, and it's like this wall that just hits you, and you're like, it's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like you walk out to get the mail, and it's like you need to take a shower again.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Yep.
Thank goodness we have a pool here.
Yes.
Oh,
awesome.
nice. Let's talk about, traveling. Obviously, we do a lot of that kind of stuff. So what are like the apps that you guys use for navigation? What have you found works best? Yeah. Okay.
RV Trip Wizard. I mean, so it's funny. Our daughter, she does a lot of, she travels full time. She basically, her and her boyfriend, they travel on, they do everything.
They're influencers. They get brand deals.
Yeah. So they have a deal going right now with who just bought RV Trip? What is it?
I gotta look it up.
Fuck.
RV Life?
No, Open
Roads?
Trippers.
Road Trippers.
Road Trippers.
Okay.
Road Trippers.
Yep.
So RV Trip Wizard, I use that exclusively. Like I research everything. I find how I'm going to go. I trust it as far as the roads go. I take it from there. I then go to Google Maps and then I figure out how I'm going to go. But for the most part, RV Trip Wizard, absolutely fantastic. Road Trippers is another app that supposedly does very similar to it. I haven't got a chance to use it yet, but it's supposed to be pretty good. But RV Trip Planner, RV Trip Wizard, phenomenal.
Yep, I agree. I use the same one when I'm doing my planning. And then Amy and we've actually started doing this, so probably pretty close to when we started getting away from our home area a year and a half ago, is that her and I will sit down a day or two before the road trip, and she'll have her computer, I'll have my computer, and we'll put in the destination in each one of them, and we'll track it through, and we'll actually she'll write down cliff notes of what highways and right turns, left turns, and we'll decide on what route we want to go, because what we're finding, even in just our local area, going an hour and a half, 2 hours from home, is that I would run, because we also have a Garmin RV GPS, and what I was finding is that sometimes the Garmin and RV Trip Wizard would say two different things.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, which one am I listening to at this point? So we have found if we write those notes down, then we can determine which one I want to follow, that we want to follow, and go from there. And then there's sometimes it's like, okay, well, neither one of those makes sense for the notes that we even wrote. So she'll pull out her iPad or her phone and plug it into one of those. And I got 3 different things telling me where to go. It's like, what the hell? This is like a marriage nightmare.
But having those notes where we write and say this is where we want to go,
and I try to watch it, a countdown, 15 miles to the next turn, or one is saying 15, one is saying 30. It's like, what are we doing? So we'll pull those out, and it's like, no, we're going up to that next highway, or we're going to turn left, or whatever, based it on the notes, and sometimes it gets us, because we'll decide that we want to go down a case in point. We were in Indiana, and we left heading south, and we had our route written down, and we were following the route written down, and one of the GPS kept squawking at us to go over here, go over here, go over here. Well, we should have listened to it. We should have listened to it like 15 miles behind, because the road was closed. They were doing construction on the road. So we ended up we probably went 15 miles west and north to drop back down south.
Oh, yeah.
So one thing, just as a heads up for you guys, is you're traveling on the East Coast, is one thing that's way more prevalent there than it is out west, is having... I know what you're going to say. Is it the overpass? Like making sure you got clearance to go through the tunnels?
Yeah, some overpasses are shorter.
But there's a lot of them on the East Coast that are not high enough as FYI.
Yeah.
So that's one thing we've really had to be careful about.
Anything that says Parkway, don't go on.
Yeah, that's
general rule.
We had to pay some tolls in New York. And
Ohio,
Indiana,
Illinois.
Or was it Illinois?
Indiana. So last year, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, New York. Like we spent so much money on tolls; it was crazy.
Dumb. And the roads.
So we got the Uni Pass,
and
that's good for 19 states.
Oh, that's cool.
So we had the Easy Pass, so we had used that. But
nice.
Because when we were on the East Coast, we had it, and we still had it.
How do you get the tolls? The tolls, like we're in Illinois, and I've driven to Chicago 2-3 times the last couple of days, and
you've probably hit tolls.
Yeah, but it says go this way for whatever pass they have. Go this way for online payment. I have no idea. I never paid any.
Yeah, they'll use your license plate and they'll send you a bill.
Yeah. The bill, by the way, if you don't have one of the passes, the transponders, it's like triple what it would be if you had a transponder.
Well,
that's a great tip, Trip.
Good thing we're going to get a new license plate when we go to Florida and re-register our vehicle.
There you go.
But look into the UniPass, because it's good for 19 states.
You can put them in gas stations and stuff. Just go in there, you get it. It's good for, you can pretty much get it where it's basically the whole East Coast.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, that's
West
a good
Coast
tip.
don't believe in tolls.
Yeah, because they're like, look, you're just going to jack up your taxes.
Yeah.
And we'll take care of it that way.
Or not do anything with the roads.
Yeah.
That's true. Well, okay, so but what is the new...
And they would have probably ticketed you if you were in a freaking electric car parking spot.
Probably. I was sticking out too far.
What's the new app we've been using for traveling that we paid for?
It's on my phone. RV Life, maybe?
RV Life.
I think it's called RV Life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the RV Trip Wizard, RV Life.
Yeah.
Same thing?
So
Alright.
we kind of compare it with Google Maps, Apple Maps, and then we go to RV.
Yep.
We look at all of them to just see what the route is.
And you can put the size of your RV, how high you are, and stuff like that in there.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing. I mean, the height thing is like that. My biggest nightmare is I'm gonna go under something short.
What are you guys at driving down the road, Rob? How high is your fifth wheel?
13.4.
And
that's what she said.
Yeah.
Okay, Trish said 13.4. Jim, what does Amy say you are?
13.6.
And we're 13.2.
Yeah, we're 13.
So even though we got a fifth wheel, we're still rookie fifth wheel owners because we're 13.2.
I mean,
Yeah, but you're bougie fifth wheel owners.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're bougie.
Yeah.
You're bougie.
We made it.
I mean,
You made it.
it's just the air conditioning that makes it the 13.4.
Oh, and we had a couple. That was almost an oh shit moment.
Yeah, that was almost a no shit. There was a gas station that was.
It said 12.6 on the back side of it when we pulled through.
Okay, Rob and Trish, this is a good opportunity.
Segue.
This is a good opportunity
Segue.
for what is your oh boy moment?
Oh boy moment.
We have had a few. But as far as oh boy, it probably is that.
The oh shit moment was
we
definitely that
do
one.
have a really funny story, but it's not necessarily
It's
an
not
oh boy.
but it's a good story.
But the oh boy moment definitely was the gas station. So most of the places when you pull off and they've got diesel, like the clearance is pretty good.
It's usually 13. It's usually like
so it's
13.8, 13.
right. So it's not a problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, we pulled. It was like a Shell station, and we pull in. And first of all, it looked nice and high, but it did not say what it was. And we literally just pulled in, and Rob kind of raced through. We don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But there was like a metal grate back there that we didn't know. When we hit it, it was really loud. We thought we ripped off the top of our RV. So we got out, and we're like, oh shit. And I look and I'm like, oh no, we're actually good. We had about this much room.
It was right there.
Wow.
And when
no.
I got to the other side, it said it was only 12.6 and we know we're 13.4. So the clearance was not correct. But since then, we don't I'll get out and he'll pull up. I'm like, yep, we're good.
Since then, it's funny, we've never had the issue, but since then, two more times we had the issue.
Yeah, we had another one that I looked and I'm like, no, we're not going to make it. We can't get gas here. Yeah, it's been crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
So that could have been a nightmare.
That was oh shit. Big time.
Yeah.
So Rob and Trish, you guys are 13.4?
13.4.
13.4.
And then Jim and Amy, you guys are 13.6?
Correct.
Yes.
So not related to that, but what's your oh boy moment?
Our most recent oh boy moment was when we were going across the UP Upper Peninsula for Rob in Michigan over to my daughter's house. It was only about a 2-hour drive or so. And we literally went through this small town where there's lots of parking lots to pull off into. And our TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system, if you don't have one, highly encourage you to get one.
Yeah,
just started squawking and screaming at me. And I'm like, oh boy, what is this? And so the shoulder is not quite wide enough for me to stay on the asphalt and get onto the shoulder. So I did the best I could. It's 2 lanes and it's 55 through there. So I was able to get far enough out of the lane, threw the flashers on, evaluated what the heck was going on, quickly realized it was one of the truck tires. And I'm like, okay, well, that's a little bit better, but I cannot change a tire right here because it was on the driver's side. So I got 18-wheelers freaking driving by at 55 miles an hour on a 2-lane road.
That's scary.
So fortunately, about 150 feet down the road and on the left was a truck yard. And I don't know exactly what the heck they did in there, but I rolled in there and parked it, went into the office and told the lady, I'm like, yeah, that big rig out there, that's my 5th wheel, and I need to change a tire. Is that okay to do it here? She's, oh, yeah, no problems. I'm like, and it was hot, it was humid, and I had us back on the road in about 30 minutes.
Yep, about 30 minutes.
That's awesome.
Nice job.
And it was a valve stem.
Oh boy!
Oh, so we had one of those as well.
So that kind of contributed to the boy.
Yep.
It's like what and what was kind of ironic or peculiar or what the heck is going on? Back on November 1st of last year. No, it was October 31st. It was Halloween. When we were in Palm Springs, California, that exact same tire, as it was sitting at the park, popped the same valve stem on the same tire. Oh, it shouldn't be the same stem because it was replaced.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob. Hey, Jim. Just an unrelated question. What type of truck do you drive?
Hey, the type of truck has zero to do with the tires.
What tire you got? But what's the brand of the truck that you drive?
The number one brand, Chevrolet.
Ford.
It's a bow tie.
Rob, rise up, brother.
It's gotta be a Ford, baby. I will never not have a Ford truck. I don't care what anybody says.
Interestingly, we
found on roadside dead.
But anyway,
found on roadside dead.
Our baby has been. We got her new shoes, so she's got this badass back end now. It's just like my wife.
Okay. So here's a question, and then we can get to our oh boy moment. Do you guys name your vehicles?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Rob and Trish, what is the name of your truck?
I don't even know.
Really?
What is it?
What we pull behind the boat?
Mabel?
We have Mabel, which is
Mabel.
the truck, and we have Big Mabel, which is the rig.
Oh, nice.
Mabel and Big Mabel.
Okay. All right, Vagabondz.
Mabel large.
What do you guys have?
The truck is Big Blue.
Big Blue makes sense.
Yeah.
And our fifth wheel is Sully.
Oh, I like it.
Explain, Sully.
Sully is Disney. Disney.
Well, we have a Solitude.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
So it's not really very creative.
Pilot.
It makes a lot of sense. I get it.
Yeah.
So,
I do like Sully from Monsters Inc.
I mean, Big Blue. That's where I was totally going with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. So we have always. So we are New York Yankees fans. If it's in our blood, and we have always kept with that theme. We graduated from the Great Bambino, our last rig, and now this one is called Yogi. After Yogi Berra.
Nice.
Yep. So the Brinkley is Yogi is the name, and our truck is the Judge, obviously.
Aaron Judge, baby.
Yes.
Okay. Now what about Jeter? Where's Jeter fit in?
Jeter,
he retired.
We have not named something after Jeter. We had.
He's not worthy.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Jeter is my favorite Yankee
player.
My favorite
too.
Yes, he's my favorite. But we have not named.
Our rigs were the Bambino.
The
Great Bambino.
And
now Yogi.
Yeah.
And the truck's the Judge.
The Judge, yeah. But before that,
cool.
We
picked a better team, but whatever.
Your mother.
But is there a better team?
Your mother. Where's my Joe?
Before the Judge, we had Mickey. So after Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle. Yeah. I like it.
Yes.
I don't know. We have not come across something that is worthy of the Jeter name yet, I guess.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
That's my 450 coming up.
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that. No.
That's true. Yeah, we're gonna.
You're not worthy for a 450
I'm still drinking boxed wine, so you cannot get your 450 yet. Okay.
You need to dust off those tools you have.
Once I can start going back to the Tito's, then you can get your 450. But until I have to keep drinking boxed wine, then you have to have your 350.
Costco, baby, I'm telling you.
Is a 350, because you got a 350 single back wheel. I got a 350 dually. Did they have the same turning radius? Did they both suck? Like, you need like 9
the 350s. I think the 350s do have the same turning radius on both of them.
350 is the same thing.
Yeah,
we got to step it up to the 450, and then you get that.
Same.
We
are watching this video. It's like a 7-foot difference in turning radius.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
it's not worth it to me.
Oh, it is.
That's it.
I'm curious how that goes up against Jim.
We can have a truck off.
We can have a truck off at Lost Dutchman.
Yes.
Okay. Whatever.
A competition.
No, we're going to.
I'm sorry you're so lazy that you can't turn your steering wheel a few extra times, and you need to get these F450s.
Oh boy!
I mean, come on.
Here we go.
I know he keeps trying to get into a truck. I'm like, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, you'll be the first one to bust out your freaking rear window too. On your fifth wheel.
No,
I got the sliding hitch now, so we're good.
You can still bust it out.
No.
Okay, do you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about our oh boy moment? I feel like this is
let's hear your oh boy moment.
This is you.
Our oh boy moment was just 2 weeks ago when we bought our new RV. It was the last night of us owning our Grand Design Reflection. Mm-hmm. And I was at the campsite and I said, I'm going to channel my inner Jim and I'm going to clean these tanks.
Inner Jim it.
So I was cleaning the tanks.
Oh boy.
I was getting set up and I'm ready to let her rip. And my sewer tank is connected to the dump at the site.
Yeah.
And I go over there and I pull my primitive handle, which, by the way, Brinkley, we have a push button that's electric, so we don't pull any more handles anymore.
No more pulling, huh?
We just push a button. Yep. So I'm pulling my handle and I let her rip. And I'm sitting there for about 5 seconds after I pull it. And this is the black tank. I'm pulling the black tank handle. It's 5 seconds. And all of a sudden I'm like,
oh shit moment.
God, I smell shit. Like terrible shit water. And I look over at our tank, at our hose where it's going into the ground. It's not connected.
No.
Yep. So the hose is in the little sewer connection that the RV park provides, but you know how some of them don't have the threads to connect your deal to?
Yeah.
As soon as I let it rip, it popped right off, and there's shit water flying all over the campsite.
Oh boy!
And then I have a moment of like, I just froze. I didn't know what to do.
The heathen was happening.
Shut down.
I shut down. I didn't know what to do. It was a good 5 to 10 seconds where I'm like, what do I do? Do I grab the hose? Do I push the handle back in?
Jenny, what do we do?
So finally my brain says, push the damn handle in, bro. So I push the handle in. And the shit water is flying everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, dude.
So now I'm
Melissa, were you inside?
I was inside.
She was inside. So now it's this pride thing. Like I'm like, shit is flooding my nose. Nobody saw it. So what do I do?
You hope.
But they can smell it.
So I instantly grab the hose and I'm hosing this shit off like I'm hosing my garden.
Literally.
Down. I'm just flooding this thing with water.
You're what?
I'm hosing the garden down.
Hosing the garden.
I'm just flooding the whole space.
You're just fertilizing.
I'm fertilizing the RV site. I'm just flooding it down with fresh water.
That's so
and I get her to a point where we're good. So I get her hooked back up. And the ridiculous part is I had flushed our RV at least once or twice before this.
Yes.
And I knew the connection was a little whatever. But I just pulled the handle, let her rip. So that's where we're at.
Moral to the story is...
Make sure.
No, a little gray. No, what did we say? A little gray.
Before you let her rip.
Pull the gray first.
A little gray to flush.
Oh, you always do the gray first. You do just a little gray. Yeah, it'll make.
Apparently.
Yeah, you tell me now, Rob. After I fertilize the whole damn campsite.
Yeah, but gray water can be really stinky too.
Oh, gray water can be even worse.
Not shit water.
Yeah. Danny, you're so pretty.
I know. So pretty.
Wow, that's for sure.
That happened to me in Wisconsin, though. The same. Well, not the same because it was only gray water.
Oh,
and I was standing like right next to it. It popped up. I let her rip, and it popped up out of the hole because it didn't thread in.
Oh.
And I was standing right next to it. So I just picked it up and put it back in the hole, and away we went.
Oh, see, yeah. He came in. Well, he came in off after all of this happened, and he was so mad, and I was like, oh, no.
Was he
kiss me, baby, kiss me?
He was so mad.
It was one of those moments where you're like, you're flushing the tanks, and like you expect to smell something, every time you pull a handle, it's like
extreme.
Rolling the dice.
And I'm like, shouldn't be. You're like at this point you were tasting it.
Yeah, you pull it and it's like, all right, we're flowing. Then it's like,
really?
Oh boy, that's like literally it's flowing on me. So I have to investigate what is going on here. Roberto Vacera, because you're the most experienced RV technician on this podcast. What could you say to the amateur RV owner out there? Like, why would you do this? You're just throwing money into my pocket as an RV technician.
Oh, 100% the roof. Like the roof. Literally, get up on your roof and look. Look at every place where there's sealant. If there's a crack in there, water's coming in. That's all. I mean, just look at the roof.
So do you, as an experienced professional RV technician, do you have any experience with roof issues in the past?
As a matter of fact, I do.
That I may have captured on camera, or is there anything you want?
Oh, yes, yeah. No, seriously, look at the roof. Just jump up there once a month. Just take a look at it. Look at there. There's a couple things you're going to see. You're going to see the somebody's probably going to put Dicor or some type of sealant across all the seams. Make sure it's not cracked. If it's cracked, just replace it. Not a big deal to do. But yeah, easiest thing to do. Nobody ever does it.
So what's
I want to add on to that though for our listeners that are unable to or don't want to get up on their roofs to check it, hire somebody to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
It is. The roofs are very, very critical on these units. And it's not just the main roof, it's the roofs on the slide outs too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
we had issues with that.
Jim and Rob, as our experts that have been RVing for years, what is the product that you should use on the roof?
Depends on the roof membrane.
Yeah, it depends on what it is. For the most part, I use the silicone. Everybody likes Dicon or Dicor. Sorry, Dicor. Dicor. I use Siliflex. It's great.
Siliflex, yeah.
Sticks to everything. So far, I've not had an issue with it. We even had an issue on our rig where the front, there's a little connection spot there. Because of the flex, it ended up breaking a piece of plastic. So I was able to use that, seal it right up, and it's fine.
Wait, you mean that white mess out there?
Yeah, the white mess out there, yeah, it looks like trash. Looks like fucking trash.
Rob's going to have to redo that fix, but yeah.
So for other RV techs out there, I will say this. Keep two colors on your rig. Keep white and clear. Because where I did the last patch, I needed clear and I only had white. It looks like
ass.
It looks like ass. Yes. It the value of our rig down about $10,000. Just
send you guys a picture.
It's what the fuck is going on here?
But as you guys travel, guys have traveled, you've noticed the roads are not great anywhere, and which has definitely caused some issues. But this one,
we have some redneck engineering. Maybe knows how to get out. Maybe knows how to get Siliflex off the side of a rig. They could let me know. That'd be fantastic.
So we're gonna kind of close out. We're gonna close out with a question. What experience did you guys go into that you had very low expectations for that ended up being just something that you would totally recommend they have to do?
Great experience.
Yeah, great experience. You had very low expectations going into it, but you had a great experience.
The Vagabondz, go.
Okay, so this is where I get to circle back when we were talking about the doing some of the Bourbon Trail. Amy set up to go to Four Roses. I know. What?
No, Maker's Mark.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, she's right. Maker's Mark. I like Maker's Mark. Don't get me wrong. But in my mind, I was all thinking that they're very commercialized and not really what I thought who they were. During that tour, I learned a lot about them and a lot about their history, and it's actually a very, very cool story. Very cool distillery and great grounds. So if you make it into that area, I highly recommend taking a tour at Maker's Mark.
I would say it was when we went to Wyoming, and we also did a Via Ferrata. We had done Via Ferratas before that were like, eh.
They're like, eh.
And then when we went to Wyoming at Jackson Hole, oh my gosh, like that entire day was so incredible that even that night we're sitting around the fire and we just kept going, how do we top that? How do we top that? So we did a Via Ferrata, which for those of you who don't know, it's kind of like
shit your pants.
Yeah, it's basically you're rock climbing and stuff, but the holds are already made for you, but you're clipping on to everything. And as you go, it was so fucking cool.
It is awesome.
It was the coolest thing I've ever done.
We've done several of them. We did the one in Wyoming.
Yeah.
And it was like, if I tell you there's a pucker factor.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a pucker factor. You literally hang on the side of a cliff, just looking down, like.
But you're harnessed in the whole time.
Yeah. Nothing could go wrong. Nothing at all could go wrong.
But I gotta send you guys some pictures. It is like insane. But anyway, we didn't really know what to expect, and seriously,
it was.
We couldn't stop talking about it for weeks. Honestly,
I mean, you talk about
crazy.
Just a rush and just a high of talking about dumb shit you do.
Yeah,
we were with friends of ours that did it, and like for the next 2 days, that was it.
That's all we talked about.
Nice.
It was awesome. Like you have to experience it. It was phenomenal. It was absolutely awesome.
What's a Via Ferrata?
So Via Ferrata is you're doing rock climbing. However, there's already holds and steps and stuff for you. So basically, you're taking your clips and you're just clipping in. You're climbing and you're doing it all yourself, but you're clipping into all the holds as you do it. And but literally, I mean, we're going up like flat-faced mountains. We're crossing bridges. Like I've got pictures where we're literally going like across a tightrope bridge. We're clipped in. Oh, it's so cool.
My knees are shaking just thinking about it.
It's awesome. Like it is
so cool.
I just peed.
It is so cool. Yeah.
We'll be sitting at the campfire waiting for you to come back from your Via Ferrata.
No,
it was. I will say though, by far, like if you guys ever get a chance to do it, break out of the comfort zone. It's awesome.
Listen,
it's so cool.
The people who went with us that night, they were like, "We just want to thank you because we never would have done this on our own, and we don't have any other crazy friends who would have invited us."
We're the friends. We do really dumb shit.
But they were like, "This is by far the coolest thing we've ever done."
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that was where?
Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Nice.
Jackson, Wyoming. The Tetons.
Gotta do it.
Nice.
The Tetons.
The Grand
All right.
Teton.
What about the 4 Simple Lives?
Yeah, 4 Simple Lives.
It was just a couple days ago. We went to Chicago, and I had very low expectations just because you hear a lot of things about the big cities lately, and Chicago was amazing. I was super impressed. I loved it. I mean, we went to Wrigley Stadium and
Wrigley Field.
Wrigley Field.
But it's okay. We'll let you go.
Wrigley Field was probably one of the coolest things I think I've ever done.
Wrigley Field, 1914.
Oh
we were
my
sitting
God.
in these seats that were literally.
You guys got to do.
So did you guys go to a game?
Yeah, we went to a game at Wrigley Field, and I have been to old Yankee Stadium. Like I have seen many games at old Yankee Stadium, but being in Wrigley Field was like, there's nothing else that compares, I think, to something like that. Like that stadium.
That was the most beautiful stadium we have ever been to. The brick.
Really?
The 1914, that stadium was built in 1914, and the brick is the same. The seats are the same. We were sitting in the second to last row of the stadium because it's expensive as crap.
I'm sure.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we have a Brinkley, so we can't afford
We're
this.
broke. My wife drinks box wine.
Yeah.
We bought second to last row in Wrigley Field. To be fair, partially because we're drinking box wine and we're broke. Mostly because we wanted to experience Wrigley Field. And it was like...
No, it had nothing to do with that.
We've been to stadiums across the country. And this was like... The last row of Wrigley Field was like box seats, club level in Yankee Stadium, Rockies, anywhere.
Yeah.
And it was the most... Outside of the stadium, they have high-rise... I wouldn't call them high-rise. 3-4 story buildings, brick buildings, original Chicago, that have bleachers on the buildings where you can rent it out. It was just absolutely... I mean, one of our goals full-time is for Jake to see every of the 30 Major League Baseball stadiums in the country.
That's cool. Nice.
It doesn't matter. We can stop. We can stop it now.
It's Jake's goal to do that. Sure.
Yeah. Jake's goal.
Totally right, Danny. It's all good.
I will tell you, definitely make sure you hit Portillo's before you leave. For sure.
Yes, that's on our list. We found one.
We actually have one in Arizona. Yeah. We love Portillo's. So good.
You should never get some and save it for us.
It is so good.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
I hope you guys enjoyed this RV Trash Talk podcast. Please subscribe and join us as we navigate this crazy full-time RV lifestyle.